Hello, everybody. Welcome. For the psych investigator. Hello, huh. Everybody, welcome. Those are psych investigator. All right. So guys, I'm going to discuss a topic that I feel like I haven't talked about in a little bit, which is Kamala. And this is a little I don't want to say off topic, but I just thought it was a really interesting thing that came up in the press. And so would like to talk about it because to me it feels relevant. Okay. And so I'm going to show you the article in a little bit. So I first saw it on, X, that I have an account there to kind of monitor, what's going on. And it was a right-wing person that was complaining about, oh, look, Kamala, she's saying this and that, about that she was saying something about sounding as if she actually cares about Elon Musk. But to me, it kind of connected with a vision I had seen months ago where I saw that Elon Musk could eventually collaborate with her to kind of like has to rat out Trump, right? So to me, it was as if she was recruiting him or making it sound as if she likes him, which is the easiest way to get him to go to her side. Obviously, you know that I don't like Elon Musk, and I honestly don't think she likes him either. But to me, this whole attitude and what she said feels as if it's kind of an interesting strategy. So I want to share with you. Okay, so this okay, this is the article. But what had been shared, let's see if I can actually find it. What had been shared with somebody, hold on a second. If I can find it. Okay. Let me show you. And of course, this is a right-wing person that I just happen to follow because of financial news types of things. I don't agree with him in a lot of ways, but so this is his tweet. Once again, Kamala Harris displays her lack of common sense and surplus of stupidity. So if only Musk had been invited to that one event at the White House, he wouldn't have become anti-everything today's Democrats stand for while endorsing EV hater Trump. LOL, what an airhead. Okay. So I thought it was like, wow, that sounds that's interesting. And I recognized this language as being very New York Post like. And then I looked up the author, and in fact, it is from the New York Post. But the origin of the statement that she did make was she made this statement at a conference. So it was reported by Fortune anyway. I think it was. Was it a conference? Or it was just an interview with interview with Fortune. That's right. See here, Fortune magazine. So she was interviewed at this conference. Here it says October 14th, she was interviewed. So Kamala Harris, it was a big mistake not to invite Elon Musk to a White House EV event. And I feel like this was a deliberate decision to make this statement in this. Fortune magazine is very pro-business, right? And I'm sure this is the type of thing that could go back to him, to Elon. So Kamala Harris, it was a mistake not to invite Elon Musk to a White House EV event. So let's see. Okay, let's see here. I read in the book that I thought it was a big mistake to not invite Elon Musk when we did a big EV event. She told Fortune editor-in-chief Allison Chantel. I mean, here he is, the major American manufacturer of extraordinary innovation in this space. The non-invitation to Musk was widely seen as a nod to the auto workers and organized labor overall, a key constituency in the Democratic Party. That's because Tesla plants aren't unionized. On Tuesday, Harris said U.S. presidents should put aside all political loyalties when it comes to recognizing a technological innovation that should be a source of pride for Americans. So I thought that was a mistake. And I don't know Elon Musk, but I have to assume that that was something that hit him hard and had an impact on his perspective. In fact, Musk did appear upset, tweeting at a time. Yeah, seems odd that Tesla wasn't invited. And a month later, he blasted Biden as not the friendliest administration. So, so I just thought this was, to me, indicative of something bigger, right? I think that, to me. So let me just see here. So why did Kamala make that statement? Because it doesn't make sense, guys. What I'm saying is that I think she knows that Elon Musk interfered in the election. I think she knows. And I think that she's kind of making a nod. Like can I tell you, like, nowadays, what I think is that she knows what happened, right? And she was told not to, at least at the time, not to do anything about it. And I think, given her personality, her background, it's hard because she won. Okay, let's be real. So these are kind of like a little clues or ways to kind of activate this other outcome, right? So but let me see here the vision of it. So tell me what's happening. What's happening? Why did she say that? That's right. She's saying that she's looking back and thinking, what could we have done? How could this have been stopped? And she feels like the man was provoked. He was pushed towards Russia. I mean, I think personally that Russia has provided a lot of funding for him, so it's not as if, but he's saying this was a relevant moment, a relevant, an important moment that changed things. Okay. So she's signaling, yes, she's signaling that she knows and that she does not want the topic to die, basically. So you know what I'm getting? It's interesting nowadays that people come here. They are welcome to come to the conversation. And I see Dr. King, actually. Dr. King has a mess. He wants to talk, he wants to share something. So go ahead, Dr. King. Rosie, it would not have been possible for her to take power at the time the plans were set. It would have been extremely dangerous for her to do something. The country was under siege. Yes, what they did was a form of terrorist attack. They called in the bomb threats into all the voting stations. The relevant voting stations in states like Georgia, even the Georgia governor said something. Rosie, I want you to know that things will change. It may seem very confusing to you and it may seem very confusing to others out there, but I'm seeing here from the mountaintop and things have changed. Have faith. And that is the thing that I ask all of you. I ask of all of you Americans, all of you who are watching, who may not be American, to have faith and stick to the truth in your prayers and pray for the truth to come out and the truth to be adjusted as the reality. It will happen. She could not have raised ruckus. She could not have asked people to march. She could not have done anything at the time. She and Biden were both in danger. This will be untangled. This will be resolved. But she's setting the stage for what is coming next. And what is coming next is a time of peace, is a time of progress. That is what you should all think about. Think about and focus on the time of progress that is coming next. There will be some disruption, yes, in fact, but this country has been on a path that has to path that leads to resolution. Like, it has to, sort of showing me that it has to walk backwards in order to go forwards. And these things, as you know very well, they were planted back in the day. They were never truly dealt with. And this is where we are today. And this is why it will be re-examined, because we have to examine this again. And then we can go back into the road of progress, of truth, of love and creation, as opposed to destruction, evil, and fear. Those things belong in the past. So when you pray, do not pray for anything that has echoes of fear, echoes of destruction, any of that. Put only the truth, the light, and God's will in your prayers. So that's interesting. Thank you, Dr. King. She will be okay. And if she's not speaking up, it's because she cannot speak up. And that would create far too much chaos for her and others. But as you have seen, Rosie, when you saw her in person, she speaks like a person who is the president because she was elected, but the election was stolen from her. She will be righted. Everything will be corrected in the near future, near the mid future. That's right. But take it easy. Walk every day with faith. Walk every day with guidance. Ask God for guidance. Ask God for light, for faith. And remember to not fear the false prophets. Trust your intuition, trust your spiritual guidance that each one of you receives. He's saying, don't listen. It's good that you listen to Rosa, but don't listen to her in the sense that it should come from inside of you. It's the guidance that each of you receive. And that's what the lesson of this time is about. It's the lesson to listen to your own intuition, to your own prodding, and to follow the path that your own inner light shows you. That's right. Thank you, Doctor. That's right. Okay. Thank you. I shall retire, Rosie. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Dr. King. So that was amazing. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. So, wow. Wow. Very good. I didn't know, guys. This is almost like I know sometimes I think that the cards are interesting, but I feel like compared to this, it doesn't. It's a minor, really. Okay, but let's see. Just quickly. This was beautiful, really. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is so I did this structure with three different types of cards layering one top of the other, but here we have the Knight of Wands now action thwarted. I feel like it's this heavy energy, but kind of not being able to go ahead with the plans. It's kind of like her situation. Here we have the Magician upside down. That could mean manipulation on top. Six of Pentacles, quid pro quo, right? So this, in a way, this card could fit into what she described as we supporting the Elon Musk as the White House, and then him supporting us in return. That concept, okay? Below we have Six of Wands upside down. Now this is also something. Six of Wands is it's a public procession, something public recognition, but it was upside down, so it wasn't not receiving the public recognition or yearning for that public recognition. Then we have a Queen of Pentacles upside down again. When you think of Pentacles, it's a suit of material things. It could also be votes, right? So she did not get what she deserves. And then the Justice upright. It's about justice in the bigger sense of things, right? Getting what's rightfully hers. And then here we have the future, the Moon. The Moon is something that the story is not fully known, right? The Wheel of Fortune upside down. Now, the Wheel of Fortune upside down, and even in her case, it could be to undo to turn the wheel around again and put it in the right place. And the Strength here. Okay, so then let me get the other, then when I layer it with other cards. Okay. Then we have the German cards here. I chose her as a center, right? So here we have deal with a man and a gift. Then we have here her and far away distance. Then the far away distance, or like I think that could be the connection to Rauch, right? Upside down. Here it is. We have the Queen of Pentacles upside down, right? From far. That the faraway place could have done something to her. And here we have the new beginning, a new person, and justice. Then we have the treachery here. And it's interesting, connected to the Moon, suggesting again that we don't know the full story yet. And here we have a meeting and the false person. So a treacherous meeting, or meeting with a false person. And in a way, now that I think about it, actually, that I'm looking at this, it feels as though she could also be wanting to to make a meeting happen, right? To see what could be ascertained or have some sort of offer. Okay, so here we have her again. I picked her for the center, the Lenormand, the White House on top, and here public. So she wants to be publicly talking about the White House. And here we have an ending, the past, right? An ending to talk about something that was discovered. So she couldn't talk about the thing that was discovered. And here the future, now happiness or invitation for something related to something shady and to make a deal about this shady thing. So to me, it feels like she's putting out this to put out a possibility that something could be arranged, right? Doesn't not arranged, it doesn't make sense because I think that this information has to come out somehow. All right. So actually, before I go, because I don't want to make it too long nowadays, right? Just one topic at a time. But just before I go, I want to know this. Is is Elon Musk, is it possible that Elon Musk could then tell her what happened and decide to go, right? Because if things, let's say theoretically, right, that if Trump goes, and I think it's very likely, things will get very bad for Elon Musk because he's done a lot of very shady things. So a way to try to mitigate his guilt would be to share what he knows and his role in it. So is this going to happen? Because I had seen it before. So see. Yes. I see that. That's right. Because I see that Trump will try to get more money from him or stop something. And he's seeing how bad thing. Oh, it's saying that if thing the also the stock market goes down because he's involved in so much speculation that his money could go down, and that would be a way out, something that he could find to try to help himself and tell the truth about Trump and what happened in the whole. It's like, yeah, because I see also that Russia could be after him, like he needs protection. So is it? Yes, it's possible. Yet if it comes from the horse's mouth, then it's easier. Wow. So again, guys, all of this, it's not that I do feel it could happen, but again, I think we have to, I have learned to let go of the exact details, even though I'm showing you exact details. I feel like in a way or another, Trump is meant to leave. Okay. And however, we don't know exactly, it's very hard to predict the exact ways that all of this mess will be untangled, but trust that it will. I see Dr. King say yes, it will. So thank you. Thank you, Dr. King. Thanks, Spirits, and thank you for watching. Okay? All right. Bye.